Start the September meeting of the Madison DX Club. Um, Jim is going to be joining us a little bit later, but he wrote me and said that the balance in our account is $1,601.30. And I'm not certain where we are on 25, 26 dues payments, but if he comes in, he can comment on that a little bit later. Um, the minutes for our last meeting, I don't think are up. That is one where we did have um,
Yeah,
minutes from the AI and so forth. And then uh, everything else is really on our webpage. And so the main big question that we always ask at this point of the meeting is how's DX? Here we are in summer and the sun's been acting kind of weird. We've almost got um, some real good auroras in different parts of the country. What was it, about a week or so ago, 10 days ago? I don't know, Scott, if you saw some stuff up there.
Did
Uh,
not.
I know folks that went north of, say, Fond du Lac, Appleton, up there did see some stuff.
Mhm.
But has anyone been working the DX? What kind of DX? What's been going on? Dennis.
yes. It's been off and on. And I do QRP. And I've been getting a lot of Europe with QRP at night during the summer, which I was quite surprised about.
So which bands and what modes are you?
I was doing FT8 and I was doing 40 and 80 at night.
Great.
During the day, 20 was coming in okay. 17 and 15 were kind of up and down.
I've noticed on FT8 that 10 has been dead a lot lately, even when it should be open.
Right.
15 has been open, has been weird because I think it's been weird because like this afternoon, there was a lot of Europe that's still coming
Right.
on 15 late in the day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's been up and down. Yeah.
I ended up working Z81D on 24 megahertz, and it was something around 11 p.m. his time. And then I worked them again on 10 meters when it was in the dead of night. Worked them on 40 meters, and it was 2.5 hours before my sunset. I was like the third North American station to work them, which was crazy. But yeah, but it was like 2.5 hours before. I was surprised I even heard him. So there was in the DX bulletin, how's DX? I don't know which one. The one our presenter had that at one point here. Anyway, said W3LPL said the next 3 days are going to be one of the best days for ham radio because big, huge sunspots and no coronal activity at all. So it was 228 for the sunspot number flux, and it was like 6 and 1. It was really nuts. So there's been some really good DX, and then right after that, of course, the coronal mass crap hit. So that's what you get. DX bulletin. There we go. And I have not heard. And then this morning, 3 Charlie 0 whiskey. Still hadn't gotten local permission yet to work Annabin Island. And apparently he called his wife and said if they don't get it by Friday, they're going to go back to 3 whiskey. I don't know where they were exactly, but so Annabon Island's still hanging out there without permission to get on the air yet. It's been a long time since that one's been on.
Anyone
So
else?
that's my house DX.
I'm sorry, Scott.
No, I said that's my house DX.
Okay.
I'll tell you more when I get out to the Philippines as far as DX, because I got a 512 sky loop going around the palm trees. And since we're on an island that's facing west, I get a lot of stuff coming in from Europe and all over on that island without problem. I mean, I have things coming in clean and crisp where I'm at.
That's nice. Are you still QRP there?
No, that one I'm using full power.
Bob, do you have any news or anything going on?
Oh, I always have news. Yeah, right. Things have been really up and down, and this business on Annabon Island is a great disappointment. Eurus was there in 2018. I picked up quite a few bands from Annabon back then, but 2018 has been quite a few years since that's been active. But he did have some problems the last time he was there, and this time there seems to be some animosity between the provincial authorities on Annabon and the central government in Equatorial Guinea. So I think they're just giving him a hard time. So whether he's going to make it and finally get his permit or not, I don't know. But we're all waiting on bated breath. Another DXpedition with some adventure to it was our friend Lance Collister. He was at H40 GJ, and well, you know, I think he was out on Pigeon Island, far eastern Solomon Islands, and he had some issues with that as well. I'm not going to give you the details of that because Lance is going to be with us and he's going to be presenting to us about that trip in our October meeting. So he always does a great job presenting to us. So I'm looking forward to that one. Another DXpedition that ran into a lot of problems was Bob Sutton, ZL1RS. Bob went over to Vanuatu, YJ0RS, back in June, and his amp crapped out on him, and you know, he pretty much gave up on that expedition. But he's back. He's back on Vanuatu. He's going to start operating. Let's see, yeah, October 1st through October 10th. So he'll be on 6 meters. He'll be on the EME when the moon's in the right place, but the rest of his time, he's going to be on 6 meter terrestrial. And, you know, I'll be listening for him and hope we get lucky and work a new one on 6 meters. Other things of note, if you need somebody on Market Reef, this would be a good time to catch him before it gets all iced in and before all the sunspots disappear. OJ0W is going to be on 920 through 926, and they're on 160 through 6 meters. So we'll see what happens with them. Another interesting thing is perhaps some of you remember working XZ2 Alpha in Myanmar. That's Simon. Simon was a teacher there in Myanmar, and well, he left for obvious reasons when the military took over, and he's now semi-retired in Laos, and he's operating as XW0LP. He's on the air. He's got a vertical now on 15 and 40, and he's working on some other antennas, and he's even expressed some interest in 160 meters in the last few days, and looking for suggestions on how he might get on 160 in the small lot he has there in Laos. So that's somebody to watch out for as well. Another little bit of news is our friend Jeff Dorsey, TZ4AM. He's back in Mali. He arrived in September. Now Jeff plans to stay until December, but Mali is a dangerous place right now, and the capital where Jeff is located is now surrounded by the jihadis. All the roads out are blocked, and Jeff's going to try to stay there until December. But he has plans for a quick exit if necessary. So yeah, that sounds pretty risky to me. What else we got here? Other DX coming up. If you need the Dutch Martinique PJ7K will be on with a bunch of five Czech operators, and they're going to also be on 160 through 6. So if you need that one, I need them on 6 meters, so I'll be looking for them as well. I think something else that's interesting, this doesn't come up until October, November, but it's got my interest, and that's St. Peter and St. Paul rocks. Now, this is our friend George Wallner, AA7JV. This is the gentleman with the great boat and the rig in the box. He's the originator of the rig in the box. And I don't think it's been quite a few years. I think 2012. It's been 2012 since St. Peter and St. Paul rocks were activated. And that's because it's controlled by the Brazilian Navy. Brazilian Navy really didn't want any visitors, but the whole purpose of George's rig in the box is to get through these islands that are prohibiting people from staying on them by just planting the rig in the box. So he's talked to the Brazilian Navy into letting him do this, and he's going to be off just off one of the rocks in his boat, and he's going to be working 6. He's going to have 6 RIBs set up there with antennas. He's allowed to go for a short time every day in to refuel the generators and fix any antennas that have problems. But he'll have 6 operators on board the boat, and I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I need them on a few bands. So that's a good one to be looking for. Other things of note. I see we have one of the presenters here at W9DXCC, Glenn. Welcome. I wonder who's going to be attending W9DXCC. Anybody? Kevin, you going? No? Look, everybody's no. Okay, I know Gary will be going, and I'll be going also. So I'm looking forward to that. And there are a bunch of other local guys going. And I think Dick has checked in here. I know N9EEE is going too, because he's been in touch with me about it. So we're looking forward to that. It's going to be a pretty good program. Boy, I looked today at the program for Friday, and the university's program this year, they're combining the DX University with the Contest University, and it's a pretty darn good program. Take a look at it. If you can reach it on the W9DXCC website, and that looks like it's really worth attending too. So that's something of interest. Another little tidbit is the ARRL came up with this, I forgot what it's called, Trident, the Trident Award now for working 100 DXCC on CW, phone, and digital. So that was something they came out with in January. And then last month, something that interested me even more. There's now a 10-band DXCC, 160 through 6 meters. So I just need to get a couple of cards checked at W9DXCC, and then I'll be able to apply for that. So that's some news. Other stuff going on this weekend, we have the ARRL September VHF contest. It starts about 1 o'clock local time here in the Midwest. That can be fun. It can be a real dud this time of year, and it can also be a lot of fun. So if you're a VHF guy and you're not going to be at W9DXCC, see what you can work on 6 meters and up. Other contests coming up. The Scandinavian Activity Contest, the CW one, starts on Saturday, the 21st, and Sunday, the 22nd. That's a fun contest. These Scandinavian guys are all good operators. And September 27th, September 28th is a CQ Worldwide RTTY contest. So that's what I got. Kevin, back to you.
Well, that's great, Bob. Remind the group again when the DX University down in Illinois is. Is that what, the weekend of the 26th? 25th?
No, that's this weekend.
This weekend. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Any other questions for Bob or comments, or any other DX or projects that people are working on before winter comes? I know it's still technically summer, but it's September, and at least at my place, a few leaves are starting to float down. All right, here now, I guess everyone's ready for winter, Bob, huh?
No, I'm not. I still have one more 6 meter Yagi to get up. I seem to be facing every direction but South America. So all my 6 meter Yagis are fixed. So I need to get one more antenna up. And then of course, I need to start working on my beverages for the fall. They're all taken up, because of the land getting mowed. It's 2.5 acres of lawn that I have somebody cut for me. So I got to pull all that stuff up, But so every fall I got to put it back down. So that'll be a little bit more work as well.
Oh, good. It's good work. Any new business? All right, I'll stop the recording and adjourn the meeting, and then